Okay, we're back. I don't know what happened. Sometimes OBS just crashes. Okay, we're back. We're back. Okay, so let's just go back for a second. I played c4 with the idea that if he would take this pawn, then I would take back. And then I would win this pawn. So the e pawn is... I don't know if I would call it a weakness, but it's a target because I have two attackers and he has two defenders, but one of them is this pawn, so I'm trying to remove or distract this defender. But the annoying thing is that when I take on d3, he'll take back with the bishop and he will get two defenders on this pawn. So he actually gets to defend it again. And I thought that I'm happy with that trade because I get the bishop here and this bishop can be very strong. But it doesn't work out that way. So he didn't take, he played here. I took the knight and then he took back. I took the pawn, he took with the bishop, and then I took here. Instead of taking this pawn, does anyone want to tell me a nice move for black? What should black have played here instead? What should I have played here instead of taking that pawn? Who made it? I hope I'm not dead again. But who made it past the F? What should I have played here instead? Can you ask again? Oh yes. So I took this pawn, but what's a better move for black? Wait, this is actually okay. Find a good move here, but this is actually not how the game went. Instead of taking the knight, I took here immediately, which is also wrong. But I should take here, and now what move should black play? Thank you so much for the hype train also, I really appreciate it. Bishop c5. Okay, bishop c5. That looks... What are you threatening? Do you want to take the knight? Bishop c5. I actually didn't consider this move. Because I thought I didn't want to take this, and wait, what happens if they just go here? That's a cute emote. Anyway, it's not bishop c5, but that looks like an interesting move, I think. Well, it is better than what I played. But I didn't want to take here. Maybe now you're threatening something like this. But I guess doesn't help that much. Something else, but same idea. Same idea, but actually you are threatening the knight. Yes! E5, well done, Dr. Zace. E5. And now the knight has to decide where to go. So let's say the knight goes here. Now you can take it and the pawn structure is ruined. And now bishop c5 is good, chaotic chess, because you have the full diagonal. So this is a case where you give up the bishop pair and you just have a better position. A really nice diagonal for this bishop, ruined pawn structure, and Nice play. But if the knight doesn't go to f5, and let's say if the knight goes here, now we can take this pawn and put pressure on it. And the only way they can defend is to play here or knight g5, but knight g5 you kick the knight. So this is really nice for black as well. There's a big hole on d3. Okay, so I should have played like that. I didn't. I took the knight. Sorry, I took the pawn. He took with the bishop. I took this pawn. He took with the bishop. And then we got this position. And this position is equal, actually. I ended up forcing it way too much. So I played bishop b7, and then he played queen g4. And there are a lot of very annoying threats. There's bishop h6 threatening checkmate, where I will play bishop f6 to defend. He's also threatening to take this pawn, and also he's threatening this skewer. And sometimes there's also this threat too. So I was going crazy trying to figure out what to do here, because I don't know, should I let him take this pawn and just get the open file for the rook? Maybe it's not a useful pawn. But I was considering queen here. And why didn't I like this move? I didn't like it because I thought that the rook would just go to a7. And white just has a nicer pieces. But it seems like that would have been fine as well. If I pin the knight, then I thought the bishop would go here. And oh yeah, sorry. If e5, which looks like it's a fork, he will intermediately play knight f5, or not intermediately, but counterattack with knight f5. And now he's threatening checkmate. And I'll defend. And then he has bishop g5. So I thought that this looked too good for white, and I did not want to get into this position. So I didn't want to allow bishop... I didn't want to allow bishop f4. So after maybe 20 minutes of thinking, I played bishop back to c8. And now I'm threatening to maybe... It's a little double attack, but I'm defending everything. So he moved his queen back to e4. Now if I play bishop b7, we repeat, but I did not want to repeat. He was maybe like 150 points lower rated than me or something. So I played bishop d6. Which is not such a bad move, I guess. But I'm stopping this. I'm stopping bishop f4. I'm stopping the skewer. Okay, so here, find the best move for white. He found it. He played a really annoying move that made me very frustrated. So, what would you play here with white? Find the best move. White to move. Rook a8. Rook a8, that's an interesting move. I did consider that, but I don't think it's very good. Rook a8, black will probably play bishop b7. And now Maybe you can give up 2 rooks for a queen, but I think the bishops can be very strong. So rook takes b8, we take the queen, they take here, and then maybe this is good, but I thought that this was very good for black. Oh, we want to take with the bishop. This is important. If we take with the bishop, if we take with the king, then there's knight takes here, and then he's double attacking. But actually, it doesn't make a difference. So, the bishops and queen are very strong. Oh, sorry, that's not even the main thing. Is that I'll take the rook back anyway, so you lose more than you don't get 2 rooks. Hello, TJ. This won't last very long. I need to sleep also because I have morning round tomorrow. But I'm sorry that the games were not this game wasn't live. So we're quickly looking over it. But rook a8 doesn't work because of bishop b7. So, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. What is the best move? Oh, rook e1. Rook e1. Rook e1. No, something else. Rook e1 doesn't look too bad, but it's not really threatening anything. And the d file is a good file for the rook. So I want to play b4 to get rid of my isolated pawn and create an isolated pawn for white, and then I have a target for the rest of the game. So my ultimate plan is to play b4 and just play against a weakness that I can create. Queen d3. Queen d3. Your idea is to attack this pawn. Queen d3. Ooh, and then maybe you're gonna attack this bishop. That's interesting. I think probably what happens if I play b4? Oh, then you have knight b5. Okay. Queen d3 looks good. Rook d8, and if you take this, then does my favorite tactic work? It works because I win the rook. So rook d8 puts extra pressure. But queen d3 is a good suggestion, better than rook a8. There's something else that's better. Something else. Maybe it's not so obvious. What are we looking for? White to move. b4 and then get the bishop out. b4 leaves c3 hanging. But the bishop, good thinking that you want to get the bishop out, but the bishop wants to come out maybe on this diagonal. Something else. Okay, I'll wait for one more suggestion and then I'll move on. I'll make the move. White to move. I like... Wait, write that again. Knight here, you mean? Okay, not knight there. So if knight there, then I can play rook b6. Actually, I played rook b6 anyway. And I get to kick that knight. Or sorry, what am I saying? If knight here, then I get to play bishop b7 and pin the knight, and then you won't be able to defend it anymore. So I'll win the knight. So knight c6 doesn't work, but what else can you put on c6? Which will make knight c6 possible. Or better. Or work. It wouldn't be your first choice or second or third. Well, the best move is queen c6, and he played it. So queen c6 creates a lot of annoying things for me, because he's threatening to take my pawn and win my bishop. So he's putting pressure on my bishop. He can also take this pawn, and he's attacking my bishop. And also if he takes my queen, the rook comes in, and all of his pieces are so active. So what am I going to do? And the move that I want to play is b4, but it doesn't work because he'll take, and then he has knight c6, double attack. And I was just so frustrated here because queen c6 is just so annoying to deal with. What am I going to do? I don't know what to do. Oh, you did see that. You did say that. Oh, okay, sorry. Your message, it wasn't delivered. Okay, well done for finding it. Queen c6 is a very nice move. So I played rook b6. He took my queen, and then he played bishop e3. And now find a nice move for black. I'm really happy about this move. I was really glad to find this move because it gave me a lot of ideas. So I really did not want to draw. If you watch the Judith Polgar documentary, you might, which I should have listened to it properly, because it's better to draw than lose, but I did not I did not follow that advice, and I just forced it too much. So what would you play here with black? I was annoyed because this is such a kind of dead position that I have to deal with this weakness, and my bishops are just not as good as I want them to be, and I don't really have, how do I get everything to work together? It's white is just going to stop everything. But I tried to make something. Yes, I played e5. e5, this discovery attack isn't going to bother me too much. And I was hoping he wouldn't play knight f3 because I wanted to bring my rook here. And I didn't want his knight around the king. So he played knight b3, which actually is probably a better move, but I was happy to see that. So knight b3, and then I played rook g6, and I'm threatening this. And all of a sudden, I actually have some ideas here. I have some play, which I was hoping to have, but actually it doesn't work out. So I played... In what world is this dry? Well, now it's not anymore, but if I thought if once I found e5, I was happy, but before that I just thought it was gonna be dry in the sense that I don't have like nice activity or nice a nice attack to go for. Okay, so I'm threatening to take this pawn, so he played king f1. And now, what are you gonna play? Play a very Mersey move. How are you going to continue your attack? Bishop e6. Okay, bishop e6 threatens the knight, but the knight wants to go to c5 anyway. f5, yes, let's go. f5. And if I can start pushing these pawns and open up the rook, all of my pieces are gonna be playing. But of course I'm not the only one playing, so my opponent played really well. After f5 he played bishop c5, kicking the rook. I played rook e8. And then he played... Wait, maybe I missed a move. Sorry. Oh, sorry, he didn't play knight to b3. He played knight to c2 so that he could come this way. That's actually much better. That's much better. And now this is much worse. So knight played knight b4. So he's threatening some annoying things. Knight here attacking my bishop and threatening a fork. Surely you can play positionally and be better. Well, 17, that's a different game. Okay, so after knight b4, I really had to go for it, but I think I chose the wrong pawn. So here I played bishop b8, which is actually the best move, apparently. Tactician Tiara, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much. I am analyzing my first round game of a tournament that I'm playing. Shout out to Tactician. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right. Tiara. Thank you so much. I hope you had a great stream. Hello, everyone. Anyway, I played bishop b8 because I didn't want the knight to come with tempo and attack my bishop, and also I didn't want the rook to come to a7. Hello, Owen. Owen, are you playing in DCU? If you are, I didn't see you, but I didn't see you, DCU. Okay, rook b8. Sorry, bishop b8 to stop the rook. You're not! What? Why not? Well, you're actually not missing out because you would be shivering right now and catching a cold like me because it's very, very, very cold in the playing hall. Anyway, bishop b8, and now he played knight d5. Very annoying. Actually, yeah, I played king f7 to stop the knight going here with check. Oh, nice. Yes, enjoy your plans. That sounds much better. Thank you. King f7. And now he played knight b6, so he's attacking my bishop. I played bishop here so that he can't take it. And then he played b4. No! I'm so sad! What's the best move here? Oh, wait, what? Okay, I actually did play it, but I thought a different move would be better. What would you play with black? Yeah, b4 is very weird. Very weird move. I was happy to see that. It's such a nice position, but I couldn't make it work. And you'll see how I ended up messing it up. So what would you play with black? How are you going to continue going for it? Bishop b3. Okay, bishop b3, the problem with that is that the rook will come to d7. And it's really annoying. I'm gonna have to deal with this annoying rook on the 7th rank, so I can't let that rook go to d7. But good suggestion. Continue the attack. Yeah, I couldn't decide between f4 and e4. So I was gonna play f4, and I didn't like h4, which is kind of silly because then I can play e4. And this is not a problem. So I don't know why I just didn't like h4. But yeah, f4 just looks so much better. Oh, sorry. I didn't like h4, and I also didn't like f3. But it seems like now I can actually play here, give up my pawn, and play rook g3. That's not so obvious. Can I play like this? Okay, I can give a pawn like this, but I think I don't get anything. Hello, Ran. How are you? Ran 4-inch. So sorry, I didn't like f3, so I played e4, which doesn't look too bad, but I was worried that in the game e4 is not right. He played knight d7, which I was expecting. So he wants to win this bishop. And watch this fall apart. So the eval is equal, but it's kind of complicated because so I played this check, which looks nice, but my position is kind of falling apart because all of white's pieces are just going to be killing me here. I played bishop here, and I didn't think that this was going to be such a strong move. He's threatening to take on f5. So I went for bishop f3 to threaten this. And I was calculating this, but it doesn't really work. I thought rook here. And if the king takes this, then rook takes, and then there's rook a8. So this didn't look so good. But there's a really, really nice line that I want to show you, which would have never happened, but it's cute anyways. If he takes and then I play king here. So I'm threatening the bishop and the rook. So let's say he plays rook f8 to threaten my rook. If I take the rook, then the knight takes, and then I lose my exchange. So that would be losing. If I take the knight, then this is losing for what we not losing, but not good for what we just saw. Yes, and then I have rook g2. But wait till you see it. Rook g2. The king goes here, and now I was going to play. Oh, I guess here it doesn't work. Sorry, I was thinking of bishop h2, but here he takes with check. So first I'll take this, move my king out of the way, and then I will play bishop h2, and I'm threatening checkmate. And he can't save the knight. Oh, the knight is actually not attacked though. So, but anyway, bishop h2 is really nice. So, but that was never going to happen, unfortunately. He played g3. And now this is where I blundered. This is where I just thought for like 15 minutes trying to do something and I couldn't figure it out. And I just made a very, very bad move. What would you play here with black? I was going through so many different lines over and over to try and make something work, and then I just played a move. I was losing a lot of time and it all went downhill. Tell me, what would you play? E3. I did consider E3. I thought that they'll just take with the bishop. Oh shit, sorry, actually that doesn't work. No, what did I wait. Oh no, sorry. Sorry, E3 I lose this bishop, which is kind of annoying. But I did consider that, so good suggestion. E3. Maybe it's even better than the move that I played. I played something else that is not so good. But what would you guys play? Bishop takes G3 for the crack. I was trying to make it work. But it doesn't work. Hello, Sergio. Rook D8. Let's have a look at Rook D8. I didn't play Rook D8, but yeah, I was trying to make something work here, but it doesn't. I don't have enough material. There's no checkmate. And sometimes I was hallucinating because I thought I still had my bishop, and then I could have some checkmate ideas, but I didn't have my bishop. So yeah, I can't take it, but Rook D8. I don't know how I'm going to protect. And there's Rook A7 as well coming. I don't know how good this is. Wait, can they take here? They can take here, but this is better. F4, yeah. I played F4, which is not a good move. The best move is just King E6, defending the pawn and attacking the rook. And then the rook goes to D4. And now I don't know what to do. Apparently bishop takes G3 now is the best move, but oh, because my king is close enough. Who can find the mate? Come on. Any tacticians? All the Tira tacticians should come out now. It's more forcing. King e5, you have to be careful. Maybe you will get mated. So not king e5. Yes, f4, king takes, g5, king here, and now rook e2. Excellent. Yes. Mate, rook e2 mate. So wow, that actually works. Interesting. So the king can't go to f2. The king has to go to f1. And okay, now I have to play king f7, which is not a move that I would have played. I would not have found that move. Why can't I just take this pawn? Rook a6 looks very dangerous. Yeah, I don't think I would have played this. Well, I didn't play it. So but I should have just played king e6. Anyway, I played f4, which now it's looking very bad. So he took my bishop. I took the knight. Unfortunately, none of this stuff works. Because he just moves the knight back. And I don't have anything. There's no mate now. My king is far away. So f4, very simple. He just takes rook f5 and wins my pawn. He actually gave me like some hope of a draw, but I just messed it up even more. So watch how this is actually a really instructive way. Keep an eye out for watch how White ended up winning this game. I guess I helped him a lot, but it's a really instructive endgame conversion. Yeah, his structure is not good, but neither is mine. And his pieces are way more active. So I played rook d8. He played rook here. stopping my king. Oh, wait, no, he didn't. That's a lie. He played bishop here. Stopping my rook from going in. I played rook d7, stopping this, and then he played rook a6. I was hoping he'd go rook a7 and then I could get a draw, but he played rook a6 and he played this so well. So, rook a6. I played bishop e2 because I thought that if he plays king f1 and then attacks my pawn, how am I going to defend this pawn? So I played bishop e2 now. He played king g2. This game, believe it or not, lasted just like 5 more moves. I played h6. So that's a mistake. I should have played g6. But I thought that this would give him an easy way in. Turkey! Thank you so much for the 45 months. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Hello. I played h6 and now he played king g3. I played rook c7. I really did not know what to do. And now find the best move for white. Those are some wild hallucinations, yeah. Well, by the way, has anyone watched Wuthering Heights? Because it's been the only thing on my mind for the past 2 weeks, and I'm gonna go watch it again. Find the winning move for white. White to move and win. This looks like maybe black can hold, but white just has such so much activity. Yes, pot jam knight. F5, beautiful move. F5 and the king is just coming in. Rook a7, you don't want to play rook a7 because then you're gonna make it easy for me to hold. You can never make any progress. I'll just put my bishop on d3, and now this is gonna be a draw because I'll just put my bishop on d3, defend these 2 pawns. You can never have a pawn break, and my king is gonna protect everything else around here. So you don't want to trade rooks. You want to keep your rooks on. My rook is not doing anything, but your rook is cutting off my king, which is very important. And what you want to do is attack g7. Yeah, sure. Yes. h6 is a very bad move. That's true. So if I don't play h6, I'm fine. Like as fine. It's more fine than I am now, but it's easier to play. So now he plays f5. I played bishop d3, king f4, rook e7. And I was hoping he would play f6, but then I have this nice g5 move, and I just hold on a little bit longer, but he accurately played rook g6 here, threatening to take my pawn, and either way I'm gonna be in trouble here. If I play king g8, f6 is really strong, and this pawn is gonna go, and then this pawn is just very strong. And if I play king f8, what are you gonna do? This is what I did. And now black to move and finish the game. Yes, bishop c5. Pin and win. Sorry, did I say black? I meant white. Bishop c5 and it's game over. Hello, O&D. That is how a wonderful opening, good middle game, and potential nice endgame went to a disaster. That's fine. You don't need to resub. I haven't been very active, so I there's no pressure. I mean, there's never any pressure anyway. But he lost my first round. I blame F5. No, I blame. Do you know what I blame? I blame C4. I think C4 is too early. I should just play a little bit slower and develop everything and just prepare and see what he does, and then I don't know, try to take advantage a little bit more, because he was actually he's a good player. He played really well, but some moves I didn't really understand, like B4 and things like that. Not saying that I played much better, but I think I just made moves that were too obvious to deal with. Thank you, Lamprocals. So I'm going to go as well to sleep. There are 2 rounds tomorrow, and they will hopefully be live. I won't be using a camera. I won't use my phone because I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable with live camera, but I should have a live board as long as their technical difficulties work. So 4 rounds to go. We're just getting started. Let's hope to play some better chess. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow after the 2 games, I will come home and analyze them, and they'll be finished earlier because second round starts at 3 p.m. so I won't be too dead. Thank you for being here to watch. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. And let's raid. Who are we gonna raid? Thank you so much also for all your resubscriptions. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. See you, Taylor's Gambit. Okay, let's raid Devil Dazzy. I think she is a new streamer. Let's give her some darling energy. It's good to see everyone. And I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, see you guys later. Thanks so much for coming in. Bye!